All right, so the math dealer here, and today I'm going to look at a question that deals with some calculus rules. Okay, so I'm looking at a graph. F of x shows the three line segments. Okay, now that means that I have three lines over here, A, B, and C, and they seem to be connected at, looks like at the point 4 comma negative 2 and at a point 5 comma 0. Okay, now you're given the fact that h of x is equal to negative 3x squared times f of x, and you're asked to find h prime of 3.5. So hopefully this is one of many videos you've been watching in calculus. So you're like, okay, well, I know this symbol. That means I need to find the derivative of h. Okay, so that's good. We got that going for us. Now, what we have to do is realize, well, how do I find the derivative of that expression? Okay, well, remember this function here, h of x, is actually a product rule, right? It's two things multiplied together. I have my u and I have a v. And I know that the derivative is always u prime v plus v prime u. That's the derivative of a product. Okay, got that. So let's just do our little labeling like I taught you in class. So negative 3x squared, my v is f of x. We got that. My u prime, by the way, is negative 6x. My v prime is f prime of x. Yay, 18. All right, now, here we go. We'll plug it and chug it. So h prime of x right now, u prime v plus v prime u. All right, well, that was fun. Now, let's see how we can actually evaluate this derivative at 3.5. Well, according to our algebra, way back in the day, everywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in 3.5 because, oh, by the way, I'm substituting in for x. So everywhere I see the x, I'm plugging in 3.5. So I got that going for me. I say that a few times just so you know what I'm doing. And it also fills up some time. Okay, here we go. Now, negative 6 times 3.5, I'm sure we all can get that on a calculator. And we're going to get negative 21. No big deal. Now, f of 3.5. This graph is f of x. All right, so to figure out what f of 3.5 is, I go to my graph at 3.5, follow it down, and it looks like I'm not about, but I'm actually at negative 1.5. Okay, so f of 3.5 is negative 1.5, and this was found from the graph. Okay, now we move over here, and now we have to find f prime of 3.5. Well, f prime of 3.5 is different than f of 3.5. F prime of 3.5 is basically the slope of the graph at 3.5. So it's the slope of f of x at x equal to 3.5. Well, if you notice, this graph is a line, right? That at 3.5, it's passing through a line. Very fun fact about lines is that the slopes are all the same throughout. So the slope is basically going to be the slope of A. Like the derivative is the slope of A. So kick it out. What is the slope? Well, the slope of this line looks like it's down 1 and over 1. So the slope here is going to be negative 1 because that is the slope of f of x at, that is the slope of f of x at 3.5. Awesome. Now the rest is just, math. Operations, I should say, not just math. Okay, so now when you go and do all this math and kick all this out, you should get 68.25. Like I said, I think the kicker is right there, trying to remember how to find the slope reading a graph. Okay, to find the derivative reading a graph, you basically are looking at the slope of the graph, and that was what we found out here. All right, I hope this was helpful. That's the math dealer signing out. Arrivederci.